Hey everybody, injury attorney Jim Hunt here. We get a lot of questions from people about New York's deadline to file a lawsuit, commonly known as the statute of limitations. Is there a deadline? The answer is yes. That's why we suggest that people speak with a lawyer as soon as possible to learn more about their rights. These deadlines are called statute of limitations, and every state is different. So the statute of limitations is essentially a hard deadline by which you must file a lawsuit, or you will forever be barred from bringing a claim. The policy reason behind the statute of limitations is that the longer you wait to assert a claim, memories fade over time, people forget incidents and what happened, and sometimes documents and important evidence may be lost. So in New York, generally speaking, if you have been injured, you have 3 years to file a lawsuit. Now, that typically starts on the day of the accident or injury. But there are also some exceptions, and people have to be mindful of what those exceptions are and learn more about their rights so that they take action as quickly as possible. For example, in a medical malpractice case, where the allegation is that a doctor or hospital or nurse made a mistake that caused an injury, a victim has 2.5 years, 2 years and 6 months to bring a claim. Of course, there are some exceptions to that rule as well. In addition, if a minor is injured, meaning a child or somebody under the age of 18, then the statute of limitations is extended or tolled. So in New York, the clock for the statute of limitations will not begin to run until a minor turns the age of 18. Then the 3-year statute of limitations will begin to run when they turn 18. So a minor would have until he or she turns 21 years old to file a lawsuit. Another exception is if the responsible party causing the accident or injury is a governmental agency or a township, city, municipality, or even the state of New York. In those cases, there's a very short deadline called the Tort Claim Notice. This is based on the doctrine called governmental immunity, meaning generally the government is typically immune from a lawsuit. But they've made exceptions to that rule. So if you have been injured by a governmental entity or a government employee, like for example, you're hit by a truck owned or operated by the city of New York or the state of New York, then you must provide notice of your tort claim to that governmental entity within 90 days. If you do not, you may be forever barred from bringing a claim for your injuries. And if a claim involves wrongful death, meaning a person unfortunately died as a result of the negligence of another, then the family has 2 years to file a wrongful death lawsuit. Now, in many cases, the impact of the statute of limitations is pretty cut and dry. But there are more complicated situations that arise where the application of the statute of limitations could be complex and confusing. That's why we find it's important to consult with an experienced injury attorney as soon as possible after your injury so that you learn more about your rights.